All right, this video comes from the Discord. It's going down the VTuber rabbit hole, and I believe Brian F here is going to explain VTubing to like a normie level. And I have an awesome VTuber right here, right next to me, Sailor Maid Sama. Woo! Link in the description.
Woo!
Check her out. Uh, she could probably explain VTubing way better than I could, so I might just let her take over the video. But yeah, before
Oh
we do
god.
that, Maid, tell them what you stream, what you be streaming, and where at.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Sama. I stream on both Twitch and YouTube, and currently
Yep.
I stream a lot of RimWorld as well as StarCraft 2. But I also like to play like whatever I currently hyperfixate on.
Mm-hmm. All right. So right now we're gonna go ahead and check this out with some Street Fighter gameplay. Maybe one day we'll have Sailor Maid play Street Fighter. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Ooh, but let's go ahead and get started. Going down the VTuber rabbit hole.
Second hit
Yeah,
stop
because
Victoria's not gonna go either.
No,
Shout out to the
she's not
Discord.
gonna
Doki's
go.
really not gonna go, or like wire
No,
in.
I don't
there's
think
no
so. I don't think so.
I don't think
No,
she
she's not.
can.
Nah,
Good
yeah.
counter hit.
She can if she wants to. She's independent VTuber.
Yeah, yeah.
What's a VTuber?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I almost
I
want
don't
to
think
ask
she will.
about that. I
it,
saw
like,
that she got her company back. Oh, sorry, what'd you say,
She's
SK?
her. She's just her own.
If she goes, it's like it has to be a face reveal, right?
Face
Yeah,
reveal.
kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Scary.
Okay, so is
Kinda,
she? I don't know what the term is. What is the term for a VTuber who's never shown their face? Is there a term for
I
that?
mean, she can do it, but it's like.
VTuber?
I think so.
Is
No,
it
it's all
safe?
about
I don't
It's a
know about a
privacy
term.
thing, and
Okay.
Doki's in
privacy
a
thing.
position where I don't think she's comfortable.
Yeah, like this person in the chat, a VTuber. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just a VTuber.
As
like,
Doki
Gotcha.
right now.
Like these are the
Like
things I
usually
don't.
when
I don't
people
know.
show their like VTubers show their face and they don't normally do it, they call it an immersion break, which I find really funny. Whenever
yeah,
they see like an immersion break on Twitter.
Well, you're not really a cartoon girl. Got you.
Like, I'm like scrolling for my Twitter to see like all the like normal stuff I see. Then it's like someone going like immersion break. I'm like, I was really immersed in this fan art just there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Some people are insane. Like, you're too immersed, bro. Go outside.
I'm learning the
mean,
culture.
To be honest with you, there are some VTubers that I've met that I never in a million years thought that I would meet in person, but they were like if it's in like private, if it's like a safe place, then they'll probably show up.
Okay.
But if it's for like a tournament, maybe not.
So is that pretty common to
Probably
like
not.
always try to stay forever like anonymous because
For certain ones, yeah. For certain
Okay.
VTubers, yeah.
I mean, I feel like for VTubing, it's maybe better to be anonymous because it's like you have your character, and your character is your persona and your personality, and you don't have to really worry about your IRL being that source of entertainment. That's what I really
Yeah.
like about VTubing in general. Like a face cam is one thing, no cam stream is another, and then you have something in between that is technically both and neither at the same
Yeah.
time, which is VTubing. Like it's perfect.
It ha-
You don't need to show your
it
face.
ha- It helps like keep IRL separate from online. Like people
Mhm.
might recognize you based on voice or something if you're like larger.
Yeah.
Like Rin Penrose talked about that a couple of times. But
Mm.
in general, like it just keeps things separate, which a lot of people really appreciate. Like I topical yet again. Iron Mouse's VOD channel is currently getting nuked. You know that, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, basically the person's falsely copyright claiming it to try and get Iron Mouse to like reveal the real identity, which is so fucked.
Yeah, it's so scummy. It's so scummy.
Absolutely, it's just no.
Yeah, just no. Exactly. Like literally just no. Like it's not necessary, weirdo.
Yeah, especially ones that are in corporate ones.
Because she's very good at playing the flicker and
It's a little strange.
what is that's what I'm trying to I don't want to go down too
If you
deep
have
down this
any
rabbit hole,
questions,
but I'm a
no,
little
I'm-
bit like, what the fuck does it mean to be corporate? Like you're a streamer. I'm so
So, okay.
confused.
I learned about all this too during this
I learned-
first 2 sleeps.
yeah.
So
I'd love to hear them
I-
explain
I
it.
got you guys. If you have any questions, I got you.
Let's get the cliff
Corporate,
notes.
It means
Yeah.
there's an agency that they go through, and their entire IP, like their name and stuff, is through this company, this agency.
Cause maybe Victoria to
So
burn out.
they
So far, so
prefer
good.
not to.
game plan he wants
But why?
face.
Like, why? I don't understand that.
Privacy reasons.
No, but
Privacy
why
reasons.
are they through a court? Like, what do they provide that
Corporations provide everything that anybody could ever want without them having to spend their own money. A corporation gives you the V2 model. V2 models cost a lot, right? Well, depending, but usually they cost a lot. Corporates, they give you the ability to get games early, copyright avoidance, and a whole bunch of other stuff that a normal person just doesn't have the ability to do. It's the same thing of anybody being
Yeah.
like a sponsored streamer. Like if you're sponsored on Twitch, like you get TwitchCon for free, right? If you're not a Twitch partner, you're not getting it for free. Like that's just the part of this, just perks. You just get perks with it.
they can't do on their own? Like, I don't understand
Oh,
why you are with the
oh, oh.
company.
So
That,
you
that
get
gets a little
perks.
complicated because
Yeah, I
like,
think
Doki's like, flourishing. She's not with anyone now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because to me, this
example.
reminds me of when YouTubers used to have what were they called,
Multi-channel
networks, and then you had
I knew he was
MCMs,
gonna bring this up.
MCMs, and it's like, what? You don't need
I
that.
knew he
Like,
was
you
gonna
just do it
bring
on
this
your
up.
own. And
No.
I feel like with most content,
But why did people join MCNs? People joined multi-channel networks because it gave them the ability to do things that they thought they couldn't do on their own. When everybody was signed to Machinima, people signed to Machinima
God.
because everybody else was signed to Machinima, and then Machinima fucked it up. Like it's crazy how they did that. Like they had PewDiePie and a whole bunch of other people underneath them, and they just dropped the ball, right? But that's the reason
God,
why a lot of people join these things.
I remember like seeing so many videos, just opening some machinima video, and like when I
Yeah.
first got into like YouTube proper, and like
Mm.
into the English scene, I was so confused about that everywhere.
Yeah, Machinima this, Machinima that. Like everybody was signed to Machinima. Every opening had that red M and it did a 360 spin and it had that sound effect. Yeah, exactly. And it's burnt into your memory because it's on
Yeah.
every video. Like, why do people sign record deals in music? Like, you could ask this question for everything, but at the end of the day,
Why,
hmm?
why are people going to game publishers?
Yeah. Why? Like it gives you an advantage. It helps you out. It gives you another avenue instead of trying to, get it out the mud.
thing, it's always better to be independent. So I'm wondering, are they just paying them a salary? Like they get money to
So there's two big reasons. It's contracts that they go through because usually when they start, they have an established brand already.
Yes.
The two biggest ones is actually three now. The two biggest ones is called
Bishojo,
Niji-Sanji and
Hololive,
Hololive.
and Niji-san.
Those are the two biggest corporate ones. And if you get into them and you debut, let's say you debut as a new VTuber,
You get thousands
you
of
pretty much
viewers
have
off the
an
bat.
established audience already. There's a
100%.
lot of
how do you get an established
huge
audience? Because you
Because
said
the
premieres of
company
YouTube.
is
To
big.
me, a streamer is you turn on your stream, you have 0 viewers, you make YouTube videos, you promote it until you get picked up in the algorithm, and then maybe people choose to watch you, and then you grow
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah,
And
out
you
the
do it
mud.
all homegrown, and you start
Yeah,
from
out the
nothing.
mud.
So you can
So for
premiere and
VTubers,
have
Call of
viewers.
Duty,
Yes.
back
Yeah,
then,
so
some reason I see
Oh, go
red,
ahead,
I
sorry.
block.
it's like back when FaZe was huge, it's like joining FaZe. Like
Yeah,
when you
remember
join
joining
FaZe,
FaZe?
1
Yeah.
million thousand
Oh,
people
God,
are looking
yeah.
at
Yeah,
you. And then
remember
when you do
FaZe?
your
This
first
perfect
stream, your
example.
VTuber debut, you get like 20,000,
But will
30,000 people. It's like
FaZe will
instant
FaZe
views.
sign people who have 0 viewers beforehand?
Wow, round
Yes.
star drive in.
Bro, remember back in the day to even join FaZe, you were a nobody. You just had to drop some freaking crazy montage video and then get picked up by FaZe. Yes. I'm confused why Brian is asking these questions. Has Brian never been on the internet? I'm confused.
I
They
mean,
will.
to be fair, like, especially like depending on certain things, there you can definitely see where these points coming from. Of course, like FaZe clans, like pretty low barrier to entry, but like compared to like other things like big esports orgs, for example, it's really hard to get into there without like being
Without some
known,
establishment,
especially like,
yeah.
especially like on as like a content creator being signed to them.
Mm.
Which is like what he's probably comparing it to. Like if you're like signed to FaZe as like a player, it's a different story than being signed to like FaZe as a content creator.
100%.
Because they're like if you're like assigned as a content creator, they're looking usually for established people already.
Yeah, that would make sense. They signed Snoop Dogg. I mean, I don't know what Snoop Dogg's done for FaZe, but hey, he's on that shit. But at the same time, it's because they're bringing up FaZe and they're bringing up MCNs, and it's like these are things that were in the on the internet before the internet really blew up, right? The barrier to entry to content creation is very small nowadays compared to like what 10 years ago when Phase and all that stuff was big, right?
Oh God, yeah. Back when you like had to like pay to have a decent quality recording software. Back
Yeah.
when you like either had like unregistered Hypercam 2, a version of Fraps which was like 1 gigabyte per recorded minute on file size.
Bro,
I remember
I'm glad you're
recording with
here.
that shit.
Yeah, bro. We're like
Oh my God.
we're ancient when it comes to internet.
I mean, Phase fell off. Like,
But
nothing.
you
Phase
don't
fell
understand. I
off.
don't understand how
I
does a
get it.
company sign a VTuber? They're brand new, and how do they ensure that anyone gives a fuck that they're streaming? Like if
It's because the company's brand is already powerful. Like
Yeah,
if like a normie answer, right, would be you don't know who this person is, but they just got signed to Nike and now they're on a commercial. And even though you still don't know who they are, you know who Nike is. And that's all that really matters. And they're just making Nike look better.
yeah, like especially since like the people who are like on like a lot of these agencies, like Hololive, are like anonymous. Like obviously we now know of like a lot of them, the
Yeah.
talents like with Calliope, for example, who their
Yeah.
identity is to a degree.
Shout out Demon
But like,
Dice.
yeah, Demon Dice, such a fantastic musician. Like, oh my God. But if we like talk about like Gura, for example. Like Gura, like no one like expected anything going into this like people were like, hey, new Hololive VTuber, especially like Hololive EN, people were excited for this.
Yeah.
And because they knew like Hololive was like high quality stuff.
Yeah.
So you're basically like looking to
100%.
like this brand is a sign of quality. It's like a brand deal basically.
Yes, that's literally what it is. That's a perfect example. Thank you, Made.
it doesn't matter if Apple signs a streamer, Nike signs a streamer. If they turn on Twitch and Nike says this is a streamer,
Kind of funny how we both are talking about Nike.
no one will watch it. They don't care.
So this will probably help. The VTuber, the agencies that I mentioned, they're rooted heavily in idol culture.
I don't think you.
So,
Yeah,
for
like
example,
It's a different culture
like
now.
K-pop
Oh my
stuff.
God,
So
we're
if
going
there's like a
deep down
new
the rabbit
K-pop
hole.
band,
Yeah, brother.
yeah, no,
You
and
asked the
it's kinda
question.
like that. So the agency
Another
already has an
perfect
established
example for the
audience.
sort of thing where it's like a brand signing a VTuber instead of like a big like idol corporation
Yeah.
would be GX Aura.
Yeah.
If you're, like,
Yeah, GX
Aura
Aura. Yeah.
came like out of nowhere, but like gaming culture was like slowly teased through the Opera GX team, actively promoting despite like not being like associated with like one of the big corps. Aura like is big. Aura is like proper big.
Yes. Yes. I have her on screen. I don't think you can see her on the share screen, but yeah, I have her on screen. Yeah, GX Aura is literally a sponsor VTuber. I have no idea what she
Yeah.
does in her streams, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's helping the branding.
Absolute cutie.
They have other VTubers that get millions of subscribers and millions of viewers already, and every single VTuber is part of what's called like a category, like a group.
Okay.
So once in a while, these agencies will debut groups of new VTubers.
Yeah.
So people are fans of the agency to begin with.
Yes.
And so they will say, we say, agency, you have entertained us with all the different VTubers. We trust whatever you put out. If you debut a new VTuber, we will give them a chance.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. It's a strong community, strong brand loyalty, strong parasocialism.
Yep.
So
and
that explains it. Okay.
And debuts can basically, dude, I've seen debuts up to 100,000 people watching.
Yep.
Okay.
Live.
So the agencies do hold influence, and the audience genuinely respects that influence. Okay. See, that's what I don't understand, because nowhere else in the online sphere does anyone give a fuck about the organization. It's always the individual, and the individual comes out from random viral moments. They have a TikTok that goes viral.
Yeah, and
they
it's
do
crazy
something
how
stupid
it's
on the internet and it
changed.
goes viral. It's always individualism. So I've never heard of this whole like it's like premiering a show on ABC.
Correct.
In the internet era, that existing in the internet era is very strange to me, because I don't follow anything like that. Everything else is organically or virally growing on.
And this is the interesting. Okay, go ahead, cook, Sailor. I was gonna cook, but go ahead.
I was gonna compare to like imagine like you have like a big like show like Game of Thrones, and you can kind of compare like a new VTuber being announced, kind of to being a spin-off to Game of Thrones being announced, right?
Yeah.
Like
The
obviously it's
characters.
not gonna be Game of Thrones, it's gonna be something similar-ish, but you kind of expect a certain level like of thing from a
Yeah.
Game of Thrones spin-off.
Because you respect the IP, like you already know what the IP is good for. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Go ahead, keep cooking, Sailor. Like, oh, that's what this is Sailor's video. I'm just here, bro.
With randomly.
Uh-huh.
So scrambled.
No, yeah,
Okay.
it took me a while to get used to as well, but you know, once you get immersed in it, dude, and specifically, I'll tell you right now,
I don't know
It's
about
good
once,
content
but
regardless.
but I get you.
The-
I get you.
like there's some agencies that are going like super mainstream, like HoloLive, the big agency I talked about. They just barely had a collaboration at the Dodger Stadium.
Barely. What you talking about?
Like
Barely.
they,
Okay, that's cool.
they had like
Bro,
VTubers,
he's
like,
underselling
singing,
it.
Take me out to the ball game.
He's underselling it, bro. There was legitimately hundreds of people there for specifically the HoloLive event. And these are people that normally do not go to see sports at all. And they said this. They were there for the HoloLive. He's underselling this, bro. It was absolutely insane. And you should check it out. It was an awesome video. It was another collab I did. So W plug, go check that video out so you could see for yourself, bro. It was absolutely insane. Let's continue.
And stuff, and they were in the big old Megatron and stuff like that. It's crazy. They're getting really big. So
Yes,
the
they
brand
are. They're gonna
loyalty
take
is
over.
massive when it comes to these agencies.
And that
So.
knee is so good.
Literally the top 5 streamers.
Interesting.
Pretty good
Yes.
female.
Yes, top 5 streamers. All VTuber, all top 5 female streamers are VTubers. And then, you know, people were like, yeah, nah, let's not put the VTubers in it. Nah, the VTubers taking over, bro. I'm guaranteed. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make a prediction, bro. By the year 2028, McDonald's will tease some type of VTube type of product. Whether people like it or not is regardless. I think they will tease some type of VTube, Ronald McDonald or whatever, some type of something by 2028. Mark my words.
Why not McDonald's? I was like grocery shopping the other day, and well, it's not VTuber, but I was grocery shopping the other day and I saw like a food brand being sponsored by Genshin.
Huh.
I was like, what the fuck? Like they had like they had like icy melon Chi-Chi flavor and some amber flavor, I don't remember. But
Chi-Chi
just
flavor,
seeing
you
that
say?
stuff. Yeah, Chi-Chi, like the character.
Yeah.
But like they're just seeing that stuff and actually like in the grocery store.
It's crazy.
Before like it's insane.
It's surreal.
And VTubers without a doubt are like gonna be big as well. Like I think like the last major Blizzard thing was also like sponsored by Honkai Star Rail.
Wow.
Like the anime is taking off.
And Blizzard just had a sponsor with Neurosama.
Wild.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Crazy. But it's not like it's given to them because these talents are actually like really entertaining and they provide
Right, but they have to somehow go through like a more behind the scene industry and audition and earn through an
They
agency.
make it through like
That's
They
right.
earn their way
1,000
to HoloLive.
auditions.
They can't just do it. They're grind in the open. They have to grind privately before they get picked up. You can't like,
Yes.
or can you do like a different VTuber? Like if you want to practice being a VTuber, could you do a different VTube character and then get your chops that way, and then
Yes.
audition for a new character in the private?
So so it depends on the person. So there is
So I'm guessing he's talking about, can you just be an indie VTuber and then eventually get picked up by a corpo? That's how I translated that.
Yes.
And the answer is yes.
yes, there is
Yes,
multiple people
both
in
as
the
like
agency.
with VShojo, you can be picked up with your branding.
Yes.
Or like if you go to like HoloLive, you get picked up without your branding. But both are definitely an option.
Mm-hmm. And I think
And
the
one-
Bishojo option's the better one, to be honest, personally.
One huge thing definitely is though, I forgot it. God damn it, that's track of thought.
Brain fart. Oopsie.
See?
Let me know if you come back to it while we listen.
that have
Yeah,
been
I'm
prior
trying to think.
VTubers,
What a jump back.
and that's what's called
Trying to
their
take the
past
frame.
lives.
We
Oh yeah, past
I've heard
lives.
that.
So,
I've actually heard
yeah,
that.
So past lives,
Yeah.
So that is a thing.
Didn't get
Yeah,
that
but
Okay.
sometimes it's like other people in other industries, but it's especially when it comes to these higher end agencies, they definitely look at people that are really good.
The biggest parallel I'm seeing here is WWE.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
like
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
because
good
the wrestlers
analogy.
have different personas, and they're able to grind the shitty arenas with their other persona. And then when WWE signs you, pick up a
they
brand
change
new
their
character.
name.
And if that doesn't work, you might have a brand new character after that.
Again, yes,
org.
100%.
I remember.
Exactly.
Great.
Okay, what's up?
A big thing as well is like when you're auditioning for like a big like thing where like you have to like change your role like in draw life. One thing you're pretty much like never allowed to do is like openly talk about you auditioning. Because if you talk about you auditioning, you're pretty much blacklisted.
Well, they recently they started talking more, not audition like what they do, but like their acceptance. I don't know if you were aware of that or not. I don't know. I just decided to say that.
Like generally, like, I think like I don't know who it was with recent auditions, but I remember like again like Ren Penrose dropped a video like also talking about it then. But like one of the worst things you can do is publicly talking about the fact that you did audition, because you're like people are not meant to know who this individual is.
Oh,
People are not meant to be able to go back to a tweet and be like, "Hey, look, this is the person that auditioned."
Bro, you know what's crazy though? It's like as soon as someone debuts, like the internet is already like, yo, I know who that is. And they're like, yeah, spread it around. It's crazy, man. They be moving fast. It's not like, and especially like nowadays, when it comes to like VTube culture, it's definitely got a lot more relaxed, like when it comes to past lives and just the conversations around that type of topic, just in
Oh,
general.
100%. Like we
Bro.
talked about Gura earlier, right? Like
Yeah.
so many
Senzawa.
talks about Gura when that happened. Like, good God.
Yeah, bro. But hey, I want to be a cowboy. I love that shit.
Because and then different agencies could be different. Like read like the Japan.
It's
wrestling.
anime WWE. Okay. Do they ever wrestle though?
Yes, they do, and you can check out the wrestling video right here. Yeah, W plug. Let's go.
I think I might be on board if we can ever get like VTuber SmackDown and the
Well, yeah,
technology gets that
Doki
advanced
did,
where they're like
WrestleTuber.
actually doing full body capture and they're actually
mocap
wrestling and
wrestling.
VTuber
You know
avatars
what's
on top
really
of
funny,
it.
though? Doki herself has actually put on an event where she got WWE, like the game, that's 2K25 or something, and then she had a whole bunch of different VTubers from the sphere come in and fight their own characters.
Right.
And
Chat also said they do that. They call it Say Jam Slam.
Yeah, Say Jam Slam.
True.
Same thing.
Yeah,
This is literally that.
Oh my God, he absorbed
Kinda.
the most stressful week of gamers, fighting gamers.
Yo, you
lives.
guys have grinded so hard. I
Shout
just
out
want to say
to
I'm
FGC.
super proud of you guys for putting in all this work. It's like been unreal.
We're proud of you too, man.
We're
proud of you too, man.
Yeah, we're proud
Match
of
was
you.
crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, but thanks.
Yeah, I wish we could have met up more, Brawl Pro. Though I wish we could. Your hours are insane, dude.
So that's the end of the VTube rabbit hole.
T-Gen shit.
I would say he got pretty far in the VTube rabbit hole. That's pretty far in the span of 8-minute clip.
I mean, if we think about like an iceberg, we haven't left the top.
True, absolutely true. But he got a decent way in 8 minutes. I give him some credit. But yeah, that was the conversation. Yeah, it's a 23-minute video for an 8-minute clip, bro. So yeah, there's definitely a lot more we could talk about. But hey, that's for the podcast. So check out the podcast. We already got 3 episodes out. Maybe Sailor Maid will be on an episode sometime soon. I wouldn't mind having you. But that's a conversation for another time. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. If you're from the Brian F community, hey, shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Sailor Maid. Link in the description. Check her out because she was spitting, bro. She was out here cooking in this video, bro. She was giving out the facts. So go ahead and check her out. Join her streams. Link down below. And we will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.